Namaste Vidya, myself JVN Dr. Suman Shekhawat, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, Faculty of Ayurvedic Sciences, JOT Vidyapit, Women's University, Jaipur. Today, 20 September 2023, we will be discussing about pneumonia, and how we can understand. First of all, if we are talking about the introductory part of the pneumonia, then we can say lung parenchyma, alveolar, air-filled sacs of the lung responsible for absorbing oxygen, the atmosphere, inflammation, alveoli are filled with fluid. बेसिकली अगर हम देखें तो alveoli में इन्फ्लेमेशन और फ्लूड फिल्ड हो जाना जो है जिसकी वजह से एयर ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन क्रिएट होता है, ये जो कंडीशन है that is pneumonia. If we are talking about the causative factors of pneumonia, then we can say bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Infection can cause pneumonia. These infections cause inflammation in the air sac or alveoli of the lung. This inflammation causes the air sac to fill with fluid and pus. Bacteria are the most common cause of pneumonia in adults. Many types of bacteria can cause bacterial pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumoniae or pneumococcus bacteria are the most common cause of bacterial pneumonia. In the US, if your pneumonia is caused by one of the following type of bacteria is called atypical pneumonia. If we are talking about Legionella pneumophila, this type of pneumonia sometimes is called Legionnaire's disease, and it has caused serious outbreak. Outbreaks have been linked to exposure to cooling tower, whirlpool spas, and decorative fountains. Mycoplasma pneumoniae and chlamydia pneumoniae. Mycoplasma pneumoniae, this is a common type of pneumonia that usually affect people younger than 40 years old. People who live or work in crowded places like schools, homeless shelters, and prisons are at higher risk for this type of pneumonia. It is usually mild and respond well to treatment with antibiotics. However, mycoplasma pneumonia can be very serious. It may be associated with skin rashes and hemolysis. This type of bacteria is common cause of walking pneumonia. Chlamydia pneumonia. This type of pneumonia can occur all years and often is mild. The infection is most common in people 65 to 79-year-old. Bacterial pneumonia can occur on its own or develop after you have had a viral cold or the flu. Bacterial pneumonia often affects just one lobe or the area of a lung. When this happens, the condition is called lobar pneumonia. Viruses, the infect viruses that infect the respiratory tract may cause pneumonia. The influenza or flu virus is the most common cause of viral pneumonia in adults. Respiratory syncytial virus is the most common cause of viral pneumonia in children younger than 1 year old. Other viruses can cause pneumonia, such as the pneumonia cold virus known as rhinovirus, human parainfluenza virus, and human metapneumovirus. Most cases of viral pneumonia are mild. They get better in about 1 of 3 weeks without treatment. Some cases are more serious and they may require treatment in hospital. If you have viral pneumonia, you run the risk of getting bacterial pneumonia. Pneumocystis pneumonia is a serious fungal infection caused by Pneumocystis jirovecil 2, occurs in people who have weak immune system due to HIV or AIDS, or the long-term use of medicines that suppress their immune system, such as those used to treat cancer or as part of organ or blood and bone marrow stem cell transplant procedure. Other fungal infection also can lead to pneumonia. Coccidiomycosis. The fungus is found in southern California and the desert southwest. It is the cause of valley fever. Histoplasmosis. This fungus is found in the Mississippi River valleys. Cryptococcus. This fungus is found throughout the US in bird dropping and soil contamination with bird dropping. If we are talking about the risk factor of pneumonia, then we can say many factors such as age, smoking, and other medical conditions can increase the chances of getting pneumonia and having more severe pneumonia. Age. Pneumonia can affect people of all ages. However, two age groups are at greater risk of developing pneumonia and having more severe pneumonia. Infants who are 2 years old or younger, because their immune system are still developing during the first few years of life. People who are 65-year old older, because their immune system begin to change as a normal part of aging. Environment. Exposed to certain chemical pollutants and toxic fumes. Lifestyle habits, smoking cigarette, excessive use of alcohol, being undernourished also increase risk for pneumonia. Other medical conditions, other conditions and factors also increase your risk for pneumonia. Your risk also goes up if you depressed coughing reflex because of stroke or other conditions, or have problems swallowing, recently had a cold or the flu, have a lung disease or other serious disease including cystic fibrosis, asthma, COPD, bronchitis, diabetes, heart failure or sickle cell anemia. If patient is on ventilator, have a weak or suppressed immune system due to HIV, AIDS, organ transplant and blood, bone marrow stem cell transplant, chemotherapy treatment for cancer, and a long term steroid use. If we are talking about the sign and symptom of the disease, high fever, shaking, chills, cough with sputum, develop shortness of breath with normal daily activities, chest pain while breathing or coughing, worsening of symptoms after a cold or flu. Classification of pneumonia: community acquired pneumonia, nosocomial or hospital acquired pneumonia, others such as PCP, BOO. Pneumonia in person not hospitalized or residing in a long-term care facility for more than and equal to 14 days, 5.6 million cases annually, 1.1 requires hospitalization. Mortality rate is 12% in hospital, near 40% in ICU patient. This is in this PPT we can see community acquired pneumonia is present. Outpatient therapy and inpatient therapy. If we are talking about outpatient therapy, then no cardiopulmonary disease, no modifying group, or history of cardiopulmonary disease and modifier group second table 3, we will be talking about in this series, in all in upcoming ppts I'll be explain you. And inpatient therapy, mild moderate illness, severe community acquired pneumonia, cardiopulmonary disease or modifier, no cardiopulmonary disease, no modifiers, no risk for pneumonia aeruginosa, risk for pneumonia aeruginosa. Group third B, group third A, group third B, group 4A and group 4B. If we are talking about community acquired pneumonia investigation, then we can see X-ray, chest X-ray, sputum gram stain and culture, pulse oximetry, routine lab testing CBC, and BMP, LFTs, ABG, and a thoracentesis if pleural effusion present. Community acquired pneumonia modifying factor, you can see in this PPT, condition of the disease and community acquired pneumonia pathogens. First of all, if we are talking about alcoholism, then streptococcus pneumonia, COPD, smoker, pneumonia, streptococcus pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenza, Moraxella, and Legionella, nursing home residency pneumonia, gram-negative bacilli, and Staphylococcus, poor dental hygiene, anaerobes, and epidemic Leishmania's disease, Legionella species, exposure to bat, exposure to bird, exposure to rabbits, exposure travel to southern US and southwest US, exposure to farm animal or uh, cats, influenza active community. You can see lots of conditions are responsible for the exposure or positive factor to the responsible factor for the disease. In this slide, we will talking about table 2 and group 1. Outpatient, no cardiopulmonary disease, no modifying factor. Then what we can give for the management of the disease. Streptococcus pneumonia and Mycoplasma pneumonia and chlamydia, Haemophilus influenza and respiratory viruses, Legionella, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, endemic fungi. Then therapies are advanced generation macrolides, azithromycin, clarithromycin, and doxycycline. Doxycycline. If we are exclude patient at risk for HIV and increase in roughly 50 to 90% of the cases, no etiology was identified. Erythromycin, it is not active against H influenza and the advanced generation macrolides. Azithromycin and clarithromycin are better tolerated. Many isolates of S. pneumonia, Streptococcus pneumonia are resistant to tetracycline and it should be used only if the patient is allergic to or intolerant of macrolides. Macrolides table 3 group 2 outpatient with cardiopulmonary disease and the other modifying factors organism streptococcus pneumonia including mycoplasma pneumonia, chlamydia and mixed infections, Haemophilus influenza and enteric gram negative. In such conditions, if you are talking about that what kind of therapy will be given for the management of the disease, beta lactam, oral cefodoxime and high dose of amoxicillin clavulanate and parenteral ceftriaxone followed by oral cefodoxime and macrolides or doxycyclines and anti-pneumococcal fluoroquinones. Excluding patient at risk for HIV, roughly 50 to 90% of the cases etiology was identified. In table 3, if we are talking about streptococcus pneumonia, organism streptococcus pneumonia, mycoplasma pneumonia, chlamydia, Haemophilus, enteric gram negative, respiratory viruses, and therapy, what kind of therapy will be given? Beta lactam, oral cefodoxime, fluorodoxime, high dose amoxicillin, and macrolide, doxycyclines, and anti-pneumococcal fluorophenols. Exclude patient at risk for HIV. In roughly 50 to 90% of the cases, no etiology was identified. In HYPE, no particular order. High dose amoxicillin is 1 gram every 8 hours if a macrolide is used. Erythromycin doesn't provide coverage of H influenza And thus when amoxicillin is used, the addition of doxycycline or of an advanced generation macrolides is required to provide adequate coverage of H. influenza. uh, See the text. This is the table 4. Streptococcus pneumonia, including Streptococcus Haemophilus influenza, Mycoplasma pneumonia, chlamydia, viruses, Legionella. This is for cardiopulmonary disease or modifying factors. If you are talking about that what kind of therapy will be given, then you can see intravenous beta lactam, amoxicillin, selbactam, and high dose of ampicillin, intravenous or oral macrolides or doxycycline, intravenous anti-pneumococcal fluorophenols. No cardiopulmonary disease, no modifying factor, Streptococcus pneumonia, H. influenza, Mycoplasma pneumonia, Chlamydia pneumonia, viruses, Legionella, and miscellaneous tuberculosis, endemic fungi, intravenous azithromycin alone, macrolides allergic or intolerant doxycycline, monotherapy with anti-pneumococcal fluorophenols, exclude patient at risk of HIV. In roughly one third or one half of the disease, no etiology was identified, and anti-pseudomonal agents such as cefepime and piperacillin, tazobactam, these can be given, and the use of doxycycline in advanced generation of macrolide, clarithromycin, azithromycin, adequate coverage if the selected beta lactam is susceptible for the bacteria. If we are talking about the duration of the therapy, then 5 to 7 days outpatient, 7 to 10 days inpatient, 10 to 14 days mycoplasma, chlamydia, legionella, 14 plus days chronic steroid uses. Switch to oral medication if patient meet the following: uh, improved cough and dyspnea, afebrile on 2 occasions, 8 hours apart. If otherwise improving, wife this criteria: decreasing WBC count and a functional GI tract with adequate PO intake. This is all about, if we are talking about then the prevention of community acquired pneumonia, then we can see influenza vaccine, pneumococcal vaccine after discharge, follow up, chest x-ray, exclude cancer. In next session we will be talking about hospital acquired pneumonia and the management of hospital acquired pneumonia. Thank you so much. If you feel any kind of problem with this session, please mention it in comment box. I will try to resolve it soon. Thank you.